Thunderstorms as well. A little bit of rain here in south central Missouri, and then a few thunderstorms back over in some of our northeasternmost counties from Miller, Marys into Phelps County, with a little bit of lightning in there as well. Not severe. Some brief pockets of heavy rain. And over the next couple of hours, we'll begin to see still maybe a few isolated storms. I'd say the severe threat going up into the mid-afternoon, maybe closer to around 3-4 o'clock today, as we track another wave that will begin to roll on in from the southwest, with some storms hanging around this evening that could be severe, and we'll continue to watch that threat wrapping up before midnight tonight, but still some scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially south of I-44 tonight. Upper 60s to low 70s right now on average. We have some cloud cover in Harrison, and we'll continue to see temperatures in the mid 70s today for many, so not warming up too much more. Most around 73 to 75 degrees, and we'll continue to talk more about your storm threats heading into the afternoon and evening, and another first alert weather day now coming up soon. To around 3 p.m. today. This is 1 o'clock. Still a few thunderstorms. Some may be on the stronger side, but that better chance kind of coming in into the mid-afternoon and evening hours. Here's this wave rolling in from Oklahoma. Have a lot of instability to work with today, and some heavy rain. The potential for severe storms continues into the evening commute hours. This is 6 o'clock. Storms continuing to pack a punch by around 9 p.m. Could see another wave continuing to roll on in from the southwest, and then I'd say the severe threat wraps up maybe closer to 11 p.m. midnight tonight, but we will still see a few thunderstorms south of I-44 overnight tonight and into early tomorrow morning. And there is the potential for still a little bit of rain tomorrow afternoon, maybe here in south central Missouri and north central Arkansas. And there is the potential for some of them to also be on the strong to severe side. This model is kind of the most aggressive model, producing some isolated storms tomorrow that could be severe. Many don't have this happening, but still, of course, it'll be something that we watch out for. Heading into the evening Thursday, we all dry out though. Today, level 1. Or level 2, slight risk for severe storms, I should say, covers much of the area. Level 1, marginal risk in south central Missouri, north central Arkansas. And then tomorrow there is a severe risk as well, clipping here some of our southeasternmost counties. Wind, hail, the primary threats tomorrow, but all severe threats looking possible today, and that does include a few tornadoes potentially as well heading into the afternoon and evening. Wind and hail, though, of course, will be the primary threats that we see within these storms. Some very heavy rain and a decent amount of lightning. Now today, temperature-wise, will be cooler than yesterday, still above average. Many in the mid-70s for highs this afternoon, mid-60s by 9. And lows tonight in the upper 50s to low 60s waking up tomorrow morning. Now we stay stormy heading into Friday. It's going to be Friday evening and overnight though, so much of the day Thursday and Friday will actually be dry, and then rain and storms Friday night, and we are cooler heading into the day on Saturday with temperatures actually below average for this time of year. It's been a while since I've gotten to say that. So this is Friday morning, quiet, maybe a few very isolated showers and storms Friday afternoon. But we'll be watching this line of storms along a cold front moving in Friday evening. That severe threat goes up, heading into our northwestern counties in the evening hours and continues overnight. This is 11 p.m., still potentially severe, and then by Saturday morning, just some scattered rain south of the interstate before we clear on out in the afternoon. And other than Saturday early morning, most are dry through the weekend. Friday is now a first alert weather day, though. We do have a level 3 enhanced risk for severe storms back in some of our northwesternmost counties. Level 2 slight risk here along I-44, and level 1 marginal risk in our southeastern counties. All severe threats looking possible again on storms. Level 2 slight risk, another low risk tomorrow for just some, and then Friday another first alert weather day. Be sure to download the KY3 weather app for the latest forecast updates. Some storms off to our southwest, actually moving back into northwestern Arkansas, where they have some thunderstorms that are just below severe limits right now, so we'll have to watch those as they make a run towards Carroll County and to Madison County. Right now, nothing severe though in our eastern counties, but some pockets of heavy rain from Marys County down into northwestern Shannon County. Over the next couple of hours, some scattered rain, some storms possible. Our better severe risks likely going up into the mid-afternoon and evening hours. Here's this larger swath pushing in from the southwest by 5 o'clock. Your evening commute will be very messy all along I-44, Highway 65. So be sure to download the KY3 weather app and check radar before you hit the roads this evening. By around midnight tonight, though, that severe threat winding down. We'll see a little bit of rain, though, hanging around overnight tonight south of I-44. We'll be in the low 70s. Currently, we are in the low 70s for many. We'll be in the mid 70s, though, for highs this afternoon. So not warming up too much more today, and rain will certainly cool you off when it pushes on in. Many today around 73 to 75 degrees for a high. It is the first alert weather day. Storms this evening and into the early parts of overnight tonight, and another first alert to storms on Friday that I'll talk about coming up soon. Right now we're tracking some scattered showers and storms. Currently nothing severe, but we have a little bit of lightning back over in Dent County, and we have a strong thunderstorm working its way into Madison County right now. We'll have to watch those closely coming in from the southwest today. Over the next few hours, we'll watch some scattered rain and storms mostly south of I-44, maybe the potential for some to develop in some of our northernmost counties. They could potentially pack a punch, so we'll have to watch how that unfolds over the next hour or so. And then by 4 o'clock, another wave of storms punching in from the southwest. Severe threat going up closer to maybe 3 p.m. today and continuing into the evening hours. For your evening commute, it should be pretty nasty. This is 6 o'clock, and then still around 10 p.m. some rain and storms mostly south of I-44 still by 10, and then the severe threat winds down but for midnight tonight. We'll still see some thunderstorms overnight, though, south of the interstate, and tomorrow morning maybe a little bit of rain in far southern Missouri, northern Arkansas. Many dry, though, in the afternoon. There is the potential for a few more storms, though, very isolated, to develop tomorrow afternoon, maybe here in south central Missouri down towards Fulton County. And some of those would pack a punch. Dry, though, Thursday evening and into the start of your Friday. Today, severe risk level 2, slight risk for severe storms. All severe threats looking possible. And tomorrow, there is now a low severe risk here in south central Missouri, north central Arkansas. But we'll have to watch. Many will stay dry for the day on Thursday. Like I mentioned, though, all severe threats, winds up to 70 miles an hour within some of the strongest severe storms, and then hail up to about golf ball size. There is the potential for a tornado or two heading into the late afternoon and evening hours as well. And once again, some storms into the early overnight hours, so be sure to download the KY3 weather app. Heading into the afternoon, we are in the mid 70s for highs, still above average, just not as hot as yesterday. And then in the mid 60s by around 9 o'clock for many, with lows tonight in the upper 50s to start your Thursday morning off. And we are looking at another chance for storms on Friday with a first alert weather day. A warm afternoon, much of the day is dry. Storms going up in the evening and overnight hours, and then we are cooler heading into the weekend. So like I mentioned, much of Friday will actually be dry, maybe a very isolated shower and thunderstorm Friday afternoon. Less coverage than what this model here shows. And then we'll continue to watch this line of storms develop along a cold front Friday evening, moving on in. This is 6 o'clock. And then we'll continue into the overnight hours. All severe threats looking possible on Friday. I think these could produce some of the strongest storms from the week. And then heading into Saturday early morning, a little bit of rain south of the interstate. We dry on out in the afternoon, though, and it will just be cooler for the day. Level 3, enhanced risk for severe storms on Friday in our northwesternmost counties. Level 2, slight risk kind of riding along I-44, and then a marginal risk in our southeasternmost counties. But once again, all severe threats, and that does continue into the overnight hours as well. Through the week, 2 first alert weather days now, today and tomorrow. Cooler on Saturday. We'll wake up in the low 40s, only in the upper 50s for high. Thunderstorm warnings. The strongest may be this one back here over into parts of central Iowa right now. No severe storms currently here in the Ozarks, but we are tracking kind of this wave of showers and a few thunderstorms back over into northwestern Arkansas. Not severe. We'll have to watch them closely, and we'll have kind of a couple more waves firing off back over in Oklahoma today that make a run here towards the Ozarks. Level 2, slight risk for severe storms covers a large portion of the country back from Texas all the way up into the Great Lakes area today. And then we have a level 1 marginal risk tomorrow for parts of south central central southeastern Missouri, northeastern Arkansas. Level 2 slight risk back in the northeast. And Friday should be a pretty active day with a level 3 enhanced risk for severe storms covering a large portion of the Midwest into the plains. That does include some of our northwesternmost counties here in the Ozarks, with all severe threats looking possible. 73 here in Springfield today, 78 in Dallas as well as Amarillo, 71 in Omaha, and 68 in Denver. We stay warm still the next couple of days, but we are looking at some cooler air on the horizon. Let's take you through radar coming up again soon. Afternoon, I think we see a similar story. We do have some pockets of heavy rain and a little bit of lightning now moving out of Dent County, but still some light to more moderate rain over towards Salem and then into northern Shannon County as well. Around Kabul, a brief pocket of some heavy rain heading up south of Houston, and then just some light isolated showers back over towards parts of southern Webster, Wright County, Douglas County, as well as around Branson, Gainesville, and we'll continue to see a little bit of rain towards Diamond City. We're watching this area right here into northwestern Arkansas. Not severe now. It is producing, I should say, a little bit of lightning northwest of Venus and some heavy rain. And today we are looking at a level 2, slight risk for severe storms, a very isolated storm possible tomorrow afternoon, maybe in south central Missouri, north central Arkansas. That could pack a punch, but most actually stay dry for your Thursday. There is another chance for severe storms. This is actually supposed to be on Friday. Friday, a level 3 enhanced risk for severe storms in the evening and overnight hours. Now, over the next 7 days, with all of the rain we'll see today, tonight, and into the night on Friday, we'll likely pick up another ½ inch to 1.5 inches of rain. Some locally higher totals, though, maybe closer to 2.5 inches will be possible, with that better chance being south of I-44 and into northwestern Arkansas. This afternoon and evening, golf ball size hail, damaging wind gusts, and the potential for a tornado or two is also going to be possible. The severe threat wraps up a little bit before midnight tonight, but still some overnight hours included in that. So be sure to download the KY3 weather app today. And of course, before you head to bed tonight, have at least 2 ways to receive weather alerts. As we head through the rest of the week, we'll stay dry for much of the day tomorrow. Watch in place along and west of Highway 65 into northwestern Arkansas going until 9 p.m. today. This just means that the ingredients are there for a tornado potentially this evening. But of course, if there's an active tornado, then we'll have a warning. Currently no warnings right now in the Ozarks, but this is what we're watching. This line of storms over in Kansas extending back over into Oklahoma, producing several severe thunderstorms with some very large hail reported in these cells right now. We'll watch those work their way on in over the next couple of hours, but right now just a few isolated showers, nothing severe in our neck of the woods. I'd say by around 5 o'clock we'll have some rain and storms moving into our northwesternmost counties. These could be severe, continuing into the evening commute hours by around 8, 9 o'clock, lining up close to I-44, extending down towards Branson, and then moving into south central Missouri closer to midnight tonight. I'd say that severe threat wraps up maybe closer to midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning tonight, and then we'll see maybe a little bit of rain still early tomorrow morning south of I-44 before most stay dry tomorrow afternoon. We're in the low 70s right now for much of the Ozarks. Cloud cover hanging around, looks pretty eerie in Harrison right now. We'll see temperatures in the upper 60s by around 7, and lows tonight dropping into the upper 50s out the door tomorrow morning, and a warm afternoon tomorrow in the upper 70s to low 80s again, with another first alert weather day Friday that I'll talk about coming up soon. Severe storms currently off to our west, starting to move a bit closer, and then we'll have another chance for some strong storms on Friday. We'll talk more about the severe threats and timing broken down in the next 30 minutes or so. And right now we're just looking at rain kind of wrapping up this first wave, moving out of our easternmost cities, northwestern Arkansas into Berry, southern Berry County. We have just a little bit of rain, not severe right now either. And then this is what we're looking at. several severe thunderstorm warnings. All of this pink indicating some very large hail coming out of these thunderstorms and a lot of lightning as well. These are heading over towards Carytown, Lamar, up towards Nevada as well. So be ready for some storms to move on in that could produce some large golf ball size hail and some strong gusty winds. This line of storms will continue to work its way into the area by around 6 o'clock, still mostly north of I-44 and west of Highway 65. These still severe for the evening commute hours, and then heading into the overnight hours, shifting south of I-44 around 10 p.m. And then I'd say the severe threat kind of wraps up around midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning tonight. So still before you head to bed, be sure to have at least 2 ways to receive weather alerts because there is a tornado threat as well, with that tornado watch going until 9 p.m. today, and it could be extended further off to the east. Now, tomorrow morning, maybe a little bit of rain south of I-44, and that will continue into the afternoon. Most will stay dry, maybe a stray shower or storm. Some models pinpointing maybe here in south central Missouri, north central Arkansas for a few storms tomorrow. And there is a severe risk for just a few of you on Thursday. Today, though, level 2 slight risk covers a large portion of the area, but all severe threats still possible no matter where you lie on the map. Tomorrow, though, wind and hail is going to be your threats here, maybe in south central Missouri, northern Arkansas. If we could see storms develop, it's certainly not a guarantee, though. I think many, like I mentioned, will stay dry for your Thursday. Severe threats today, I'd say up to golf ball size hail, and wind gusts 60 to 70 miles an hour will be possible. Hail likely your main threat, but there is the potential for maybe a few tornadoes possible for the evening and early overnight hours. Temperatures today have stayed warm. Pretty mild, though, by 9 o'clock, mid-60s. Overnight lows tonight in the upper 50s, waking up in the morning. And tomorrow afternoon, a little bit warmer than today, climbing into the upper 70s for many, with some dry time, a few peaks of sunshine. And then storm chances up again on Friday. A lot of the day Friday, though, will be dry. Storm chances increasing in the evening and overnight hours. Friday is another first alert weather day, and we're cooler this weekend. So let's take you into Friday afternoon. Maybe a stray shower thunderstorm Friday afternoon, but the main severe threat is going to come with this line of storms moving on in the evening and overnight hours. More storms that could bring all severe threats as well, and some very heavy rain too. Saturday morning, most wake up dry outside of a stray shower southeast. Will be dry in the afternoon. Friday's severe threat is greater. Level 3 enhanced risk north of I-44. We could see maybe a few tornadoes for the evening hours, and of course large hail and damaging wind. Over the last 24 hours, some of these from storms yesterday and some of these from storms ongoing actually right now, where we are looking at these hail reports coming in from storms happening currently. Large hail, quarter to golf ball size, back down in parts of southeastern Kansas right now. And then some wind damage reports coming in far southwestern Missouri and northwestern Arkansas from some storms last night. There was a tornado that touched down south of Tulsa yesterday evening. National Weather Service there in Tulsa giving it a preliminary EF1 rating with winds about 100 to 110 miles an hour. We do have a tornado risk this evening. We have a lot of instability that these storms are working with currently back over in Kansas, Oklahoma, extending into some of our northwesternmost counties, but really almost everywhere here in the Ozarks right now. But where we have the severe storms currently, a lot they're tapping into. We still have a decent amount by 8 o'clock, especially north of I-44 and west of 65. And then you notice instability begins to go down closer to midnight tonight. I'd say the severe threat kind of starts to wrap up around 1 o'clock in the morning, we'll say, but we could still see a few showers and thunderstorms into sunrise tomorrow morning. But the severe threat not really there tomorrow morning, but maybe a few isolated pop-up storms tomorrow afternoon that could pack a punch. We're tracking storms now moving back here into Missouri. Let's take a look. This line of storms over in Kansas and Oklahoma producing some very large hail and some gusty winds. We have a severe thunderstorm warning back up towards Vernon County going until 5:30 today. This is going to be north of Nevada, heading up towards Osage, including Metz right here. The potential for quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible there. And then we have a pretty strong storm coming over towards Carl Junction right now, potentially reporting 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts around Carl Junction. A lot of lightning, golf ball-size hail in there as well. This warning goes until 5:30 today, and this is a storm I think we have to watch closely. It has some signs of maybe some weak rotation with it. There's not a tornado warning with it, but the potential for a supercell right here heading up towards Asbury, north of Webb City, north of Joplin, could potentially be trying to rotate. So we'll have to watch that storm. There is a tornado watch in place until 9 o'clock today for all of the counties highlighted in yellow. You see mostly lining up west of Highway 65. Be sure to download the KY3 weather app for any watches and warnings that are issued for your location. Moving in now back from Kansas and in Oklahoma, these producing a line of severe storms with large hail right now, the predominant threat we're tracking. We'll continue to look at a first alert weather day this evening and into the early hours of tonight. Tomorrow, a small chance for an isolated storm that could be severe. And then our greatest chance comes Friday evening and overnight with another first alert weather day. I'll talk more about storm timing tonight and then time out your storms for your Friday as well and talk about the threats hour by hour. Coming up on KY3 News at 5. For areas along and west of Highway 65, we're currently tracking storms working their way back across the state line right now, producing a couple severe thunderstorm warnings right now. We have one back over towards Barton and Jasper County. This goes until 5:30 today. This storm producing a lot of lightning, the potential for maybe some golf ball size hail, and some very strong winds coming out of that storm, potentially around 70 to maybe even up to 80 miles an hour. This is heading back over towards Jasper right now, up towards Lamar, and eventually would work its way, if it holds together, back over towards Greenfield and maybe back up towards Stockton as well. But you guys are not included in any warnings quite yet. Over the next couple of hours, we are tracking storms mostly north of I-44 and west of 65, with that severe risk continuing to hang around. This is 8 o'clock, lining up closer to I-44, and I'd say the severe threat goes down around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning tonight for the area, with still a little bit of rain and storms lingering overnight as well. We'll talk more about the threats hour by hour and a look at your next first alert weather day coming up soon.
Thank you, Danielle.
Severe thunderstorm warnings issued back here across some of our western counties here in the Ozarks. We have one in Vernon County until 5:30. I'd say that's producing quarter-size hail, if any at all now. Gusty wind zone, a lot of lightning heading up towards Osage, north of Nevada. It is raining, though, in Nevada. Back over towards Jasper, severe thunderstorm right overhead, riding along I-49 between Lamar and Jasper, heading over towards Golden City and eventually over towards Cedar. This goes until 5:30 as well. I'd say quarter to golf ball size hail there and some strong gusty winds also reported within this thunderstorm. And we'll watch these storms continuing to work their way close to Highway 65, riding along I-44 around 6, 7 o'clock, and then into the evening hours by 10, mostly south of I-44. Still, though, could be severe. And I'd say the severe threat wraps up closer to midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and we'll see still a little bit of rain and some thunderstorms south of the interstate overnight and into early tomorrow morning before many stay dry tomorrow afternoon. There is, though, a chance for an isolated storm to pop up. If one does pop up, it could become severe. Today's severe risk level 2 slight risk covers a large portion of the area. All severe threats possible, though. Tomorrow, looking at a marginal level 1 risk for severe storms there in south central Missouri, north central Arkansas. That'd be 4 quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. But there is still a tornado threat this evening. A few tornadoes could be possible, so be sure to download the KY3 weather app, especially as these storms extend into the overnight hours tonight. Temperature-wise, not too bad. We'll be in the mid-60s by 9 o'clock. Overnight lows will stay in the upper 50s out the door tomorrow morning. And tomorrow afternoon, we'll be in the upper 70s, flirting with the 80s. And we're all well above average. Friday will also be a warmer day in the low 80s. We'll have some more storms. Much of the day Friday, though, I think will actually be dry. Storms in the evening and overnight hours. Friday is the first alert weather day, and then cooler on Saturday behind a cold front that will be working its way through the area. So let's time this out. This is Friday morning. Like I mentioned, starts off quiet. We'll have maybe some peaks of sunshine. Then into the afternoon, a few isolated showers and thunderstorms still possible, but this line right here is the one we'll be tracking. In the evening hours, moving on in, that could be severe. This is 6 o'clock, mostly north of I-44, and then kind of slows down potentially with some more storms still around the area into the early hours after midnight. But severe threat not really there Saturday morning. Storms off to our east by that time, maybe a few lingering showers in our southeastern counties. And then we'll be dry heading into Saturday afternoon, just a lot cooler than what we've seen. Your severe storm threat for Friday is going to be a level 3 enhanced risk for severe storms north of I-44 for many and a few west of Highway 65 here highlighted in this orange. No matter where you fall on this map, though, severe threats are the same, and that's going to be all severe threats. I'd say maybe even a few more tornadoes will be possible, and a couple strong ones. We'll have to watch out for that closely. And that will extend Friday evening and, like I mentioned, overnight. Saturday, cooler. Sunday morning, we'll see the potential for maybe a little bit of frost in some spots, and then Sunday back in the mid-60s, close to average, and then 70s as we begin next week. Back off, we'll be in the 70s, low to mid-70s, and a stretch of some drier weather.
It's spring. We're going to do kind of a roller coaster for the whole season.
Yep. Most instability for your afternoons.
Okay, thank you. The new efforts to protect Missouri from wildfires, the role you'll play in that job next. Watching those storms tonight. Yep,
first alert, storms this evening will continue into the evening commute hours. So be sure to check radar, check the KY3 weather app before you hit the road to head home if you're heading home. And now, next 30 minutes to about 2 hours, we are tracking storms. All severe threats, large hail, damaging winds, isolated tornado, and there's the link to the KY3 weather app.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching KY3 News at